you guys, welcome back. I've got a sleepy baby Cal with me for a little bit. I'm about to run in and put him down for a nap, but I wanted to say hello while it's not raining for a minute. So this video was supposed to be a video updating you guys about our on-farm event, our girls' night out at the farm. It was supposed to happen last Saturday, and it did not. It is going to happen this Saturday. So unfortunately, we had severe weather Saturday evening, so we actually had to postpone the event. It was a bit stressful figuring out the logistics of all of that. I ended up having to refund quite a few people that were not going to be able to make it out this weekend. But I'm happy to report that we have officially re-sold out of our event. So we are a sold out event again, and it is going to happen this Saturday. The weather looks very promising for Saturday. If you can hear, that's Tyler kind of working outside between rain showers, trying to get things tidied up around here for Saturday night. But it is going to be a really good event. Okay, got baby Cal down for a nap. So update on the girls' night out event on the farm is going to come next week after we have the event this weekend. Today I wanted to take you out just right outside here to the outdoor garden. This is, like I've said many times before, this is basically like a flower garden out here. I guess like a cut flower garden. I don't really have a lot of plans for it, honestly. I've kind of just been playing around with it. But we do have some garlic planted out here. We've grown garlic for a couple years now. Honestly, garlic is probably the easiest crop we've ever grown. If you've never tried to grow garlic, especially if you're a beginner gardener, I would say give garlic a try because it is very forgiving. It is just totally, in our experience, it's a hands-off crop. It's something you put in the ground in the fall. It hangs tight all winter, and then in the spring it really just starts to take off, and then you don't harvest it until, for us, it's about midsummer we harvest. But again, like I said, we don't do anything with it. Not once have I watered that garlic. I literally put it in the ground, mulched it very heavily, and have let it do its thing. It's still not quite ready to harvest just yet. We've got another maybe month or month and a half to go before it's time to harvest the bulb. But what we are harvesting are the garlic scapes right now. So if you've never grown garlic, or maybe you have grown garlic and you've never taken the opportunity to harvest the scape off of the garlic, you are totally missing out. I'm gonna walk you out there, show you what I'm talking about, and show you why you need to be harvesting your garlic scapes. So thank goodness the rain is holding off for now. It may be done completely. I'm not sure. I haven't actually really looked at the weather. But for now it is clear. So I'm going to turn you around here, show you our garlic. It is a crop that we will always and forever grow because, like I said, it is just super easy. You see baby Cal's seed out there. He was hanging with me a little bit ago. But this right back here, this is all of our garlic. It is quite a bit. This is not something I grow for our market garden. It's something I should probably consider growing for the market garden, but this is just our personal use garlic. We like to store it, save it. We like to eat it fresh. We like to make garlic powder out of it. There's quite a few things you can do with the garlic bulb itself, but that's a different video for a different day. Today we were talking about the scapes. Okay, again, this is our garlic. We have two different varieties here. So today we're going to talk about this variety over here. This is the hardneck variety, and this is the variety that produces the garlic scape. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will show you here in just a second. This over here is the soft neck variety. It does not produce a scape, so we're not even going to worry about it today. It's all about the hardneck variety today. Okay, so this is one of my hardneck garlic varieties here, or plants I should say. So this is the plant itself, and you can see all of the leaves that it's producing on the way up the stalk. And then when you get to the very top, can you see that? This curly thing here that shoots out of the center of the plant is the garlic scape. So it kind of looks like, in my opinion, it kind of looks like a giant green bean. And it's just like this curly Q green bean that we have. And this is the garlic scape. So basically what this is the garlic is producing this flower here. And if I'm not mistaken, this flower part here is actually called an umbel. And this, right now, what this plant is doing, it is producing a garlic bulb underground, but it's also putting a ton of energy into trying to make this plant flower, make this umbel flower, okay? So if I allow this scape to stay on here, that's exactly what it'll do. Eventually, this thing here will straighten out again. So it comes out of the plant kind of straight, and then as it grows, it gets really curly like this. And actually, right now, this scape has gone a little too long, in my opinion, and it's actually starting to get a little hard and kind of, you'll hear it referred to as woody. It's kind of getting woody. Some of the tenderness is going away. But this here will actually straighten out again, and it will get really, really tall, and it will flower. It's kind of a cool process to see, but unfortunately, if you let that happen, you are taking away from the energy that the plant uses to produce the bulb itself. And there are a lot of studies that will suggest different things, but I did read one study that says that if you will cut these umbels off, or if you will cut these scapes off, that your garlic bulb itself could be up to 50% larger than if you were to just leave it on. So different resources will tell you different things. I think that's where gardening is pretty cool. You figure out what works for you, and you do you. Certain resources will tell you that you should harvest these scapes as soon as they appear on your plant. Others will tell you that you need to wait until they get longer and they develop that curlicue, and that's the perfect time to harvest. What most of the resources agree on is that the longer you wait, like I said, this stage is almost too far gone. The longer you wait, the more hard, the more woody, the less tender this scape is going to be, and it's not going to be quite as good to eat. So I'll walk you through. I've even got some more down here on the end that are even a little further gone than this one. They're actually starting to straighten out. I obviously didn't intend to let that happen, but you know, life happens, and that's just kind of where we're at. But I'll walk you down and I'll show you. We have actually harvested, I would say about 25% of these scapes and eaten them. So I don't know, can you see this guy here? So this one's a little thinner, but this is kind of the stage that I like to harvest, is when they've got kind of that little curlicue going. So what'll happen is if I let this go further, it will actually start to straighten out. That'll lose that curlicue, it'll come uncurled, and it'll start to straighten, and that's where it starts to become a little tougher. Still edible, depending on how far you let it go, but definitely not as tender as this stage right here. Okay guys, you see this one here? This one's pretty far gone. So you can see that it's starting to uncurl. It pretty much has uncurled. It's just got this little curve in it here. And what'll happen is that'll continue to straighten out. It's pretty tall at this point. This guy is pretty stinking tough. I mean, all the way to the end of this umbel here. So I doubt, I'll still cut it because I still want the energy to go into the bulb, but I've definitely let this go too far. Probably won't eat this, probably just throw this guy to the pigs. This guy too, see this one here? He's gotten really big and long, pretty tough all the way to the end. Probably will just give him on to the pigs, but we've definitely got plenty here. Here's another one that's pretty good right here. So this one's a nice little curlicue. He's still good to eat. This one here is still curly, so we'll probably eat that guy as well. Okay, so harvesting the scape is super easy as well. I literally just snap it off. You can take some snips and you can snip it off, but it's really easy to just snap them off, and that guy's gonna be real tasty. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna harvest all of these guys and get them off, so the plant can be focusing all of its energy on the bulb and making the bulb nice and big and flavorful. So hold tight. Okay, you guys, I brought you back in the greenhouse because it's starting to get a little windy out there. Again, some of these are a little far gone. This guy here, he's pretty tough, pretty woody, so probably won't be eating him. Throw him to the pigs, still make good use of him. But I got a ton of scapes here. I even harvested some that were just really young and tender. This will be really good to saute with. This, I just dropped one, hold on. Can't waste these guys. So this is a really simple harvesting process. You literally just snap these suckers off at the base. That's how I do it. You can take snips if you want. Took me maybe 60 seconds, 90 seconds to harvest all these. Really simple process. And this is just a really good, it's like a twofer, man. So like you put your hardneck garlic in the ground, you plant it to get that really awesome garlic bulb, but in the meantime, you get the awesome Scape. So if you're not using these, just know it is a really versatile crop, okay? So there are so many ways that you can cook this and eat this. You can saute these, you can roast them, you can, I've seen a recipe where you can fry them, which kind of takes away from the health benefits a little bit, but heck, if you want to fry it up. You can eat them as an actual side dish. So that's actually what we did last night. I went out here and harvested, like I said, about 25% of them. And we ate them as kind of like a green bean. We just sauteed them up with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then ate them like a green bean. They were very good. But you can also use them as more of like a seasoning. So if you wanted to use them as kind of like a green onion, where you chop them up and put them in whatever dish that you're making, you can use them as more of like a green onion, like a flavoring seasoning type thing. You can also make pesto out of it. You can make aioli out of it. So it's just a really versatile crop. So let me know in the comments if you are a garlic scape person. Do you harvest your scapes? Tell me the recipes you use, because like I said, we tend to just saute ours up. We don't get real fancy with it, but I know you can. So I do want to know, what recipes do you use for your scapes? How are you eating them? Share that with us in the comments so we can try it out too. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna take these guys in. I am going to get them put in the fridge. We'll probably, this amount of scapes we'll probably eat for the rest of the week, and then they'll be gone. Like I said, we don't play around when it comes to scapes. We like to eat them fresh, and there's generally not a lot left for actual food preservation. So we'll get these guys eaten this week. We are in the midst of kind of finalizing the last details for Girls Night Out coming up in a couple days. And when I see you guys next week, I will give you the update on that, and we'll just talk details on our first on-farm event and things that went well and things that I would have done differently, and hopefully it'll be helpful to you guys. So we'll see you next week. I hope you have a good week. See ya.